joining. This is video 2, episode 2. I really appreciate it. I'm really hoping that we got those voice situations settled. I know the first video wasn't too great. So anyway, I appreciate anybody coming to watch, picking up on the second episode. Hoping I can put them out a little bit faster. There was a lot of editing, a lot of, again, the voice issues that I was trying to solve. So again, appreciate anybody who's watching this. I just want to start off a little funny here. Apparently, Elon is fighting for freedom in the Ukraine. I don't know Russian, but according to the internet, he's willing to fight Putin. So there we go. Here is our performance for the day yesterday. I'm doing this recording on the 15th around 3:30 in the morning. This is what we did on the 14th. So looks like financials are doing well. I think they're all anticipating the interest rates going up, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But overall, not a great day, not a terrible day, other than the Nasdaq. I think I touched on that in the first video, going over tech companies are getting crushed. So that's what happened yesterday. Kind of a common theme at this point. Looking at some other themes that I think we're all kind of familiar with is some of the chip shortages and some of the issues going on overseas, not just with Ukraine but also with China. Looking at this here, it looks like China, they're having another outbreak of the Rona, and they have locked down a few different cities. The biggest, at least the most impactful, I think that's going to affect us right away, is the city of Shenzhen. Apparently, that's like their tech hub. They call it the Silicon Valley. I don't know how to pronounce this name, but apparently that's another city. And then this was apparently the biggest one here, the largest population. I think it's what, 24? Yeah, 24 million. Either way, some big cities getting shut down, and they talked about the numbers here. I don't know. I don't want to cause any issues or whatever, but yeah. So apparently that's going on. Some more conversation about that. But that's obviously going to affect chip shortages. So I found this little article here. I thought it was funny at first. I was like, oh wow, like they're going to be releasing vehicles not fully prepared and ready to deliver. But apparently they're not the first ones. It looks like BMW's done it. Yeah, BMW did it on some of their vehicles there. Looks apparently GM had done it. Cadillac had done it. GM as well, and then even Tesla. So the chip shortage is real. Apparently there's a lot of vehicles out there. I'm sure we've seen the articles, vehicles just parked out there, and this is their way of combating that. So I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. I know that, as a single person, maybe not. It's not really going to affect me too much, but the idea that they're going to come back and do it later, I don't know. Just I don't know how it's going to play out. We've already got labor shortage across the board, so we'll see what happens there. Moving on into some other items, I was looking at something they called the Death Cross, and I don't know if I have it pulled up here. Yeah, here we go. The S&P 500 hit a Death Cross. I didn't know what that was, so I kind of looked it up, and I think this is the one that has it here. Here we go. Yeah, the 50-day moving average falls below the 200-day number. So I kind of got curious about that because everything that I've seen has been terrible. And I was just wondering, why have the markets not been worse? I mean, I've seen individual stocks just year to date being down like 30%, 40%, but the market as a general whole, like the indexes, they're not really down that much. They are down, but they're not down that much. So I was looking at this again, trusty old FinViz, and I noticed, where were we at? So I was looking. I wanted to keep it somewhat relevant. So, because if we don't have the S&P filter or the Dow Jones filter, then we're going to get a bunch of companies that aren't really going to be as impactful. So, if we stick to this, right, and where I got this was the screener, and we do performance, right, and then we do year-to-date performance. And so what I did was, how did I do this? Where's it at? Yeah, number 1. Okay, so I'm on page 1. Yeah, here we go. So these are companies, 505 companies. You can see it right here, 505 companies. S&P filters on, and These are the companies year to date. We're not even talking because the market really started doing a strong pullback back in November. And so, but year to date, you've got one company. I've never heard of this one, EPAM Systems. I don't know. But apparently they were at 700 some odd dollars just this year, near 700, and they've dropped down to roughly 200 some odd dollars. So that's them. They're in the S&P 500, so they aren't nobodies, but that's an interesting take. PayPal, we all know PayPal. That's just this year. You can see, I mean, you've got this little line here, right? And it's not going to let me highlight it, but the 2022 year, you can see it right there. It wasn't like it was trending down even before that, which I can go back and look, right? I can change it for the past. Okay, here we go. Yeah, performance year for the year for 1 year back, negative 61%. What is this? Half a year, 65%. Okay. You've got Etsy here, negative 40, almost 46%. Which, to be fair, like I don't know. Maybe I don't use Etsy as much, but did Etsy really need to be valued at over $200 a share? Come on. Netflix. This one is pretty interesting because I've seen a few other things that were going on with Netflix. Apparently, they're still in the court cases because of that movie they put out. I don't really want to talk about it on here, but I'm sure you can Google it. They've got some court cases, some legal issues that might be going on. Facebook. These now we're getting into the big players, right? Netflix, Facebook. I don't know them, so I'm not gonna pretend like I do. Let's see, Moderna. I saw Moderna did pretty. They made a little comeback though. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, we're going down these companies and we can see these aren't nobodies, right? These are legitimate companies that are down like high numbers. These aren't negative 33%. What is this? An Autodesk, Sherman Williams. I don't know. Wait, no, Estee Lauder. Okay. Starbucks down 32%. Okay, I'm kind of curious as to why that is. Anyway, so I was going down this list, and you can see it now. We're starting to get into a lot of these common companies. I was going down this list and thinking, okay, so if everything's negative, look, I'm on page of 26, I'm on page 7. We're still in the high teens, low 20s. And then, look, and now I'm on page 12. You're still down negative 11%. And so then you go down to page 20, 20, 26. And anyway, so these are the funds, or the stocks that have performed well. So oil and gas. This is an insurance company. Okay. What is this? Oil and gas, agriculture. Let's see what else. That's Chevron. That's oil and gas, oil and gas, oil and gas. I mean, it seems like when I go down this list, it's oil and gas, farm, oil and gas. Okay, Activision. Okay, I'm kind of surprised by that to be honest, but okay. But you kind of get the idea of where I'm getting at here is that if it wasn't for all of these oil and gas companies, how many of these positives are oil and gas? Right. Well, that's steel. That makes sense. Farm, agriculture. Well, a lot of this has been coming up because of maybe and I haven't tracked these, but look, actually, yeah, no, here we go. Agriculture. You could take. Let's just click on this one here, and I'm just picking on this one just because. But look, war in Ukraine started somewhere around right here, right, roughly here, and it seems like it was already kind of trending up, but in February was whenever the conflict started, and here it goes. It's moving up. So this conflict in Ukraine and the energy crisis is what's causing these stocks to go up. But what's causing these other ones to go down, I think is what the concern is, because when we come back over here and we look at the S&P 500, like who are the big players here? Yeah, you've got energy, right? They're not nobodies, but you look in here, it's Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Apple. I think PayPal somewhere in there. All of these companies that are in here. How are they doing all so bad? And I don't know. It's just from my perspective, I'm thinking that we're not in as good of a spot as maybe even the indexes are showing. I know we've already lost quite a bit. I was looking here on, I think it was Market Watch, and let's see here. And I think the futures. Oh no, futures. Oh, I literally just pulled up the futures a little while ago, and they were positive. And now they're showing negative. So yeah, okay. Well, I was kind of a bit of a surprise there, but anyway, I'm hoping that I'm hoping things turn around. I'm not very optimistic about it, but we'll see. And with that being said, I know that tomorrow is supposed to be a pretty important day. It looks like we've got, let's see if it has the times on here. I couldn't find the times, but it does show on the 16th, the meeting would be at 2 p.m. It doesn't show when the meeting would be tomorrow, and I know they're meeting tomorrow, and it says it here too. So I'm hoping it's at 2 o'clock as well, for some consistency there. I know this is at 4, that's at 4, that's at 1, this is at 1. So I'm assuming it's at 2. But we'll see. Tomorrow's a big day. This week is a big week. Let's hope that the markets go up. As I said before in the beginning of the video, thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. Nothing here is financial advice. Please subscribe, and thank you. Bye.